person is myself, Chief Engineer PWD Nagaland. Program sequence. Welcome address by Engineer Kahuli, Engineer Chief, Nagaland Public Works Department. Significance of Engineers Day by Engineer Ozito Shiku, President of Association of Engineers, Nagaland Public Works Department. The next, sharing of thoughts with the first part of the program, that is the welcome address by Engineer Kahuli Sema, Engineer Chief.
Respected the chairman of this program, the Engineer Masashi, Chief Engineer Mechanical, the Chief Engineer Police Engineer Project, Chief Engineer Roads and Bridges, Engineer Kevin Nakro, Chief Engineer Housing, Engineer Darren, all the engineers gathered here. I thank God for giving me this opportunity to stand here to welcome you on this 52nd. Today, Highway Chief Engineer is glory and honor to the engineer of the engineers, the architect of the architects, the God of gods. He is the engineer of everything, and I give glory before I welcome you all that He has created heaven and earth, the universe, and He has assigned mankind to develop this world. And I'm always happy, I think same to you, same with you, that God assigned mankind to develop this world for our own self and for His glory. He created everything so beautifully, plains and mountains, the desert and everything beautiful. But He didn't come and construct house. He didn't come down to construct roads, but He has made us to do it. And He has assigned to us. And I'm happy that all of us are engineers to do God's will, to develop this world, to develop the earth that He has made for us. And He has made us engineers. So I give glory to God that He has made us one, to be part of the development of this universe which He has created for mankind, for His glory. I welcome all of you, therefore, to this wonderful program. It is celebrated every day and every year on this day. Our every president will tell in detail, so I will not elaborate. But we do forget sometimes in course of our busy schedules. But thankful to Government of India and Government of Nagaland directing us to celebrate this day. So all of a sudden, but then we have made it. We made it only for our Kohima, because suddenly we could not make a big program to involve all other engineers and other districts. So thank you for coming, and once again welcome you, and I believe that this very gathering will just not sitting together alone, but it will be a wonderful moment with all the presentations and sharing our thoughts for the vision documents. And so, therefore, let us look forward that in a small way we are all bringing some changes. Maybe in the establishment work, maybe in the field work, or in the thinking, the mental thinking. So all of us are doing something or the other for change. So we are all very important people. God has assigned us. So let us all think that you are there and I'm here to do God's will. That is to develop the world, to develop the earth for our own self and for His glory. We are part of the creation, and we have big responsibility to fulfill that. Therefore, all of us will continue to strive for change. Thank you.
The second Engineers Day, as our chairman has stated, this is a government directive, and I think it will be there every year when we celebrating this Engineers Day. However, since this has not been a practice, so we have to know why the Engineers Day is celebrated and in whose honor and what did he do. Of course, Engineers Day is celebrated on the birthday of Sir Moksha Gundam Viswasvaya. Why I say Sir is because this gentleman was born in a small village in Karnataka in 1861. So when he was serving into engineering, when he served as an engineer, it was the time of British Empire in India. So he was given that title because he was knighted from the British India Empire by the King George V. So he is also called Sir Moksha Gundam Viswasvaya. In short, he is called Sir NV because his name is a bit difficult to pronounce also and for us also to remember. So in short, Sir NV. Let's call him by his title is also known by NV. So since we are going to celebrate Engineers Day every day, if somebody, your children or anybody asks you why do you celebrate and why, then you say it is because of Sir NV, who was very prominent engineer. So a little background about his background I'll give you. So he was born in that I said a little village in Karnataka, and then he did a diploma here. So he's also known as the first engineer of India, and he also has the title of Father of Engineering. So today actually we are celebrating this Engineers Day in honor of him. He's a Father of Engineering.
2019, which were mostly constructed during 1960 and 1970s, and some are beyond economical repair and has outlived its building ages. It is to mention that our state has around 123,182 employees as per Nagaland state government's payroll as of March 31, 2021, and only a fraction of government employees are benefited in government accommodation, and rest either are residing in their own private house or private rented house, paying huge rent fees. Therefore, in order to overcome this issue of shortage of accommodation in housing sector, the PWD Housing Nagaland has set a target by 2030 to achieve affordable housings in all the district headquarters and town from present government accommodation availability of 4.37% to achieve a target of 5.20% by construction of 1,000 dwelling units flat type, which may include rental housing with latest construction technology like the DHP demonstration housing project, which is being taken up in Timor. Therefore, in order to achieve this target, we need to reactivate Nagaland Housing Board with the new Nagaland Housing Policy. Our state has passed an act in 1990, which is called the Nagaland Housing Board Act 1990. Nagaland Act number 10 of 1990, where the board has been taking measures to deal with the need for housing accommodation. The powers and duties of the board to undertake are as follows. Number one, the board may frame housing schemes and execute works and incur expenditures in connection therewith on such terms and conditions as the government may direct. Number two, the board may, subject to approval of the government, undertake and execute any housing scheme on behalf of a local authority, cooperative society, or any organization or association for providing residences to the employees, etc. Therefore, the state need to reactivate Nagaland Housing Board and strengthen with the housing policy with an objective of providing affordable housing for all economical groups. The state will come up with our own state housing policy to incorporate all the issues related to our state perspective on the issues like topography, cost of construction, land holding system, social and traditional status value, economic condition, and target groups. Under this housing board, the government may acquire land at government approved rates, which may prevent brokers from profiteering land value, thereby controlling cost of construction of dwelling units. Under Housing Policy Ownership Program, housing units may be sold on a 30 to 50 years leasehold to applicants who meet certain ownership and property ownership requirements. With this new housing policy and reactivate in this Nagaland Housing Board, we can provide affordable housing for all sections of people, which can be achieved uniformly in all the districts or towns of Nagaland.
At least my understanding is we have to give a lot to the society since, as Engineering Chief has said, we are a pleasant group. In a population of say 20 lakhs, I think few hundreds are the foundation, the builders of our state. So my understanding of our role in the society is we should not be only people who are just listening to the planners, but in fact we should be the driving force. We should be the one who should also give the policymakers a place to play the role as a builders of our state and of a nation. Like we cannot be an engineer just serving and getting a pay and just doing a daily routine life of obeying our seniors and all. But my thinking is we should be a proactive engineers. I was lucky to be in housing for a year or so. Then I was also involved in mobilization of revenue, being a member of Nagaland State. So in the process of being in that committee, the present additional chief engineer R&B was with us. So we tried to find out where is the real mobilization or say revenue generation mobilization, where we can do as a housing engineer. We found that we did an exercise. Of course, our subordinates, they were very helpful. We did an exercise. We found that only 4.5% of government employees in Nagaland are having accommodation. So is amazing that 95% of government employees are not staying in a government buildings. Now we calculated in terms of monetary losses of the government. We found that around 1,500 crores can be saved if we can give affordable housing to our employees. So, what I mean is, have you ever moved on those lines? Have you ever briefed our policymakers about this substantial loss of government exchequer and how it's going to benefit? In a small state like Nagaland, where we are fighting for few lakhs, huge money is being wasted or say lost in terms of, because how we have calculated was when a government employee is not given a housing facilities, the government spends around 17% of their salary. So that's a net saving of the government. Whereas if we provide them with housing facility, the government employee has to pay 9%. So overall, we'll be losing around 100, more than 100 crores. So this kind of data, as an engineer, we have to be meticulous in our testing. And if we have really briefed our policymakers, I'm sure we as an engineer has got a big role, because once the policymakers are satisfied that housing is a problem, as my friend has said, now once the housing sector is given importance, it's going to be a huge benefit for us. It's not only that, because of the new technology.
Under consideration from Longma to Avangtu, like that. And then, together with the existing roads, we have the NH2, we also have the NH29, and also we have the NH702. Now, if we are able to develop these roads into very good roads, the network, our road connectivity will be much improved. Smaller roads can be improved and then be connected to these roads, so that communication will be much better, and then transportation cost also will be much reduced. Your time, brief about the vision document. I don't have much information right now because somebody is already working on this. I wish Engineer Mayor here will also share a little on this. Which I have right now. And I think because we are all a common cadre, we may be in the housing, we may be in the national highway, but one day or the other we might come back to the road sector. Now, as far as the road sectors are concerned, we are all aware that NHI this year is taking up a lot of road projects in the states now. After completion of these roads, one day they are going to hand back over these developed roads to our PWD. Now, let us think of this. Because the requirement of machinery and manpower for maintenance will be much higher than the present strength that we have in all the road sectors. So this is one area of concern which I have. It is not just the machineries and the manpower, but it is also the capacity building which is important now. Because now in this age and time, technology is moving very fast ahead. So this is where I think we should not be caught napping. A few days ago, I was sharing with some of our engineers in the field. They have been asked to go for certain trainings. Now they were citing this and that, I have this to do, I have this engagement, this and that. So I was just telling them, this is an opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. Take it while you can. Because at the end of the day, it is you who is going to benefit. And once you benefit, the department also will get a benefit. So trainings and capacity building, all these are very important now. So that is also one area of concern which I wanted to share with you. Another area of concern which I wanted to share with you is also about our performance. Now, of late, we have come across a certain section of the society wanting that the roles which we are presently doing should be handed over to certain other agencies. So this is also a matter of huge concern. Are we failing in our duty? Are we not up to the mark? This is a big question mark. I think we should all sit back and then question ourselves. Whether you are in the housing, whether you are in the roads, does not matter. Because we are all one common gather. So any problem anywhere is our common problem. So this is also one thought I just wanted to share with you so that all of us will go back and then at least ponder on all these points. We are here today, but very soon those of us who are sitting here on the deck will be gone. We will leave the mantle to you. So, though the problem is presently it is our problem, very soon it is going to be your problem. So these are some of the thoughts that I have. I thought that I should share with you.